The spring season began in late March, and with it came the blooming of forsythia flowers and their shiny, bright yellow color popping up on people's lawns, businesses, and parks. No matter what community you are in at this time, you'll see them throughout the area. I had an opportunity to talk with different people about what they like about the forsythia plants. Some people like how they look.
Something I like about forsythia is that they have a very bright, vibrant color that brings happiness.
Others mention liking their smell.
I like forsythia's good and subtle smell.
So whether you enjoy the sights or smells of forsythia flowers, make sure you go out and see them during the spring season. The end of March and the beginning of April was stormy across the United States. There were large thunderstorms and tornadoes that caused significant damage throughout different regions of the country, especially in Mississippi, Arkansas, and Iowa. On Saturday, April 1st, a storm system came to the northeast region with both severe thunderstorm and tornadoes that left damage and a fatality. The 8th Monco Interfaith 5K was held at the South Germantown Recreational Park in Boyds, Maryland on Labor Day. The race goes up and down hills on a series of paved trails through a scenic area. This annual tradition is sponsored by local synagogues, churches, and mosques around the Maryland and Washington, D.C. area. We have a lot more in common, was the repeated message of the race organizers. It's the middle of September, and the fall season has not officially begun yet. Nevertheless, there are signs of the upcoming season all around. Many trees in my hometown of Berwyn, PA have begun changing colors. You can see trees with both red and yellow leaves in different places. The trees in front of the East Town Library are turning a bright red. On my street, there are trees where half of the leaves are a bright yellow. It's still a bit of a way to go before these colors reach their peak, but the changes have begun. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make homemade apple bread. First, get about half a cup to 3/4 of a cup of flour, preferably oat flour. and you can sprinkle in some oats with it if you want. Then add about a half a cup of milk and mix it, and you can add some maple syrup to sweeten it. Get an apple and slice it and add it to the mixture. Then get a saucepan of some kind or a frying pan and add whatever kind of oil you prefer to use and put it to about medium heat and put the mixture in, and I guess for about 2 minutes let it saute, and then you can flip it over about every 30 seconds or so and do that for a few minutes till it's nice and crispy, and then it's ready and you can have it with a nice cup of coffee. On Tuesday, November 5th, people throughout the United States voted in the presidential election between former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris. Up until Election Day, the polls showed that it was a very close race and that it would come down to a few states. In the end, however, former President Trump was victorious and will become the second president in history to have two separate terms not connected to one another. There was light snowfall in the Philadelphia area in the late afternoon and throughout the evening on Friday, December 20th. According to weather reports, somewhere between 1 to 3 inches of snow fell depending on where you were living. Berwyn saw what appeared to be at least an inch of snow, leaving a white blanket covering the area by Saturday morning.